Welcome back to Reading Dirty Fanfics. Now we have old Reina back again this week. Welcome. So thank you all for joining us again for another week. If you want to tweet me your disgusting fanfics, do so via hashtag DeepSexAdventures and use fanfic.net to create your disgusting fanfic. Now, make sure to use a YouTuber that hasn't been done before, and preferably put dialogue in it. Put a lot of dialogue.
Oh, right.
Looks like there's going to be some dialogue in this one, so that's good. Thank you all.
Great.
And here is the dirty sexual fanfiction.
Oh boy.
Part 2. The uninvited passenger. Steve unlocked his car and sat inside. He and Reina hadn't talked about what had happened for a whole week. A whole week of acting like nothing happened. Laughing on stream, making jokes about dating each other. All just a big lie. Steve started the car, drove down the avenue, past a Chipotle and began what he thought was a long 31-minute drive home. Chipotle.
Hello!
Jumped Steve. Steve jumped.
Oh, wait, that's you saying that.
What?
No, it's you say hello.
I jumped, and then I say, holy shit, Steve cursed.
Oh. Hello!
Steve jumped.
Holy shit!
Steve cursed. He turned around and found what would make any other man pull his integrator bang.
Instantaneously, kid. Not intergregiously.
Are you sure? Okay. Reina was completely naked. Her gator was cleanly shaven, and her tits seemed to glow in the darkness of the bathroom.
Well, come on then, pull over.
No, it's gotta be sexual, Reina. What the fuck?
Come on then, pull over.
Reina demanded as she reached down and started to rub her click.
Reina, I just want.
Steve was cut off rudely by Reina as she started to massage his cock.
I want to tell you something.
She whispered into his right ear sexually. Steve shivered as cold hands ran down his spine and clenched his tight ass.
The light is green.
Steve looked up and saw the light was green, and it had been completely obvious to the horns honking at him. And go already. Steve zoomed forwards and sent Reina flying towards the back of the car, making her sit on a cold seatbelt, shoving it right in her prostate.
Do I have a penis?
I think you
I might have a penis. Ow!
She cried for a second and realized that it wasn't all that bad. It was just cold, but it was already starting to warm up.
You got that warm prostate.
My prostate's wet. The car stopped. She jumped out and saw that they were in a parking lot. Reina knew that this meant something. I have that. She began to arouse herself until she realized that Steve wasn't hopping in the back seat. She jumped and Steve knocked over the window. Knocked the window. She rolled it with it. Quick. She rolled it down slightly.
I'll be right back.
Steve said,
Stay here.
Before Reina could ask why Steve walked off, she looked out the slit of the window and Steve walked in the Westfield Fashion Square. She wondered, what was he doing there? Steve arrived about 5 minutes later with a big bag, Its contents, 3 items. A large red piece of silk, 10 feet of rope, and lube.
What is this?
Why the red silk and rope?
I mean, the rope, I get. The silk, what the fuck?
I barely get the rope, honestly.
Steve started by blindfolding Reina with the red silk. There's the use for the red silk.
Oh, there we go.
And began to tie her hands to the headrest poles.
Great.
Remind you of anything?
Steve whispered into her ear.
Yeah, 50.
She stopped, her mouth open wide, enough to fit an entire ribeye steak.
Holy shit.
Wait, Steve, don't you fucking dare!
The ribeye steak!
Why ribeye?
I don't know!
Pretty good, I guess.
Holy shit.
Steve then got a large clump of her leftover silk and shoved it into Reina's mouth. All that could be heard was Reina's muffled cries of disapproval. Steve was hunched over now, trying her legs to headrests, leaving her ass exposed. Steve asked Reina. She replied with a shy nod. It must have been embarrassing to be in a futile position like this. She Steve advanced on her, inserted his penis into that ass, cramming it into the brain with his cock. Reina screamed in either pleasure and pain. Either one, Steve was happy. Steve heavily thrust his hips. He would go all the way, eye on, and then half out. Her ass clenched around his rod, making it hard to pull out. They did this for about 15 minutes because that's all Steve could last until he got tired. Until Reina, gratefully.
Until Reina is untied.
Good. Oh, good. Reina, gratefully for untying her, gave him a tremendous blowjob.
Right after the anal too.
Oh!
She go ass to mouth for shit. Ha! Got it.
Her tongue rubbing the tip gently, and then taking as much as she can over and over. Part 3 coming soon on Abundant Fitted.
Well, I'm very uncomfortable now, and I've lost my
I have to
appetite.
admit, this
So
one,
am I.
Wow, thank you for coming out and joining me on this journey yet again. And it says part 3 coming out on Monday, 15th of June. That doesn't seem like it came out
That didn't
yet.
happen yet.
So-
You don't have to write anymore.
If you would like to see another one with Reina and I, make sure it's
No.
extra disgusting, make sure there's a lot more dialogue,
No.
and make sure that you tweet it at me, which is my Twitter name is @StevenSuptic, and use hashtag DeepSexAdventures.
No.
And you can write it on fanfic.net or fanfictions.net, fanfiction.net. No S.
Fuck my sweat
Reina
pussy.
Scully,
What?
friend or foe?
Ah.
Pound it.
You know.
Pound it.
No thanks.
That's not a pun either. Thank you, Kip, for joining.
Oh,
Pound that
no.
Welcome to dirty sex, to
Deep-
dirty, what's the
Deep
got it,
Sex
bye-bye.
Adventures. Oh,